Well, hello, Jordan Sheridan here, waiting for YouTube to start. I think I'm live on Periscope. I think I'm live on Twitch, and I think I'm live on YouTube as well. So wonderful, wonderful. Coming to you live from Chicago. Ty and I have been out and about this week covering you really just can't make it up. The insane levels of police brutality that have been ravaging Chicago. We've seen more, more black men murdered over the last few weeks. You had a barber named Harith Augustus. Snoop was his nickname. He was murdered by police, I believe, a few weeks ago. You also had Maurice Granton, who was a 24-year-old. He was running from police. They shot him as he was trying to climb over a fence. They shot him from the back, and then it looked like, according to the footage, they shot him while he was down on the ground as well. He died. There's actually protest activity that's going to be going on this week. Thursday, there is a large protest planned for Chicago. I will be here with Ty. We'll be covering that protest. The protesters are talking about trying to shut down the entire Lakeshore Boulevard, which is a major street here in Chicago. So a lot going on here in Chicago, and that's why this evening at around 7:15, 7:30 Eastern time, so in about an hour from now, we're going to be doing a roundtable, not from here right now, at my Airbnb, but we're going to be doing a roundtable with activists that are lead organizers in Chicago, that have been on the front lines in Chicago as far as responding to police killings. I just interviewed somebody named Eric Russell, who is a lead activist in this community, and he referred to black people as the hunted, and he called the police department not a police department, but the hunters. You have redlining in this community that's running amok in this community. You have economic despair and gentrification that is literally forcing black people out of Chicago. So, like coverage we've done in St. Louis and other communities, the situation here is dire. I would say it's at emergency levels. I would say that people are not safe here in Chicago. And black people that I've been interviewing literally are afraid just to live their day to day. Black people are still. One gentleman yesterday told me that he literally feels like an outsider in his own city. And the gentrification, as well as the police occupation, it's been described to me as an occupation, has never been worse here. And Democratic Mayor Rahm Emanuel is pretty much not doing anything about this crisis, and has allowed this to go on and on and on. In 2017, the U.S. Justice Department filed a report that condemned pretty specifically and widely the Chicago Police Department, but there have not been the reforms implemented that were called for by the Justice Department. So we're going to talk to activists tonight. It's there in the headline here. You can go to Facebook where we're going to do it. We're going to try it on Facebook tonight because, my Lord, is YouTube and Facebook actually suppressing this channel. We are having much difficulty getting our videos even delivered to subscribers. It is not really typical or really logical that our videos are getting such low views for a channel with over 14,000 subscribers. Most viewers, I would venture to guess, are not even seeing our videos. So if you're not seeing our videos, if you're not getting notified, definitely check it out. We have brand new videos from our coverage in Flint last week. We have videos up from our coverage here in Chicago. We're going to be putting more up. We've been putting them on Twitter. We've been putting them on Facebook. We're putting them here. Jen is doing a great job, my business partner, at trying to work around this suppression. We are, as far as I know, the only national journalist covering right now the dire issue in Chicago of police murdering black people, of the gentrification going on here that is driving black people out. So we definitely need your support because the suppression is pretty intense. I've never experienced it in my career. So part of that is also supporting me. So if you could support us, if you're not a Patreon, you know what to do. Patreon.com/Jordan Sheridan Reports. Patreon.com/Jordan Sheridan Reports. We are working overdrive. We've done several interviews this week, interviewing activists. Might be interviewing mothers who have lost children from police murdering them. It's just staggering here. Looking into it and looking into more of the numbers, you have the city of Chicago has paid out nearly $700 million in settlements since 2004. $700 million they've paid in settlements from police killings. Do you know how much money $700 million is for a city like Chicago, and what it could be used for as far as investment in these communities that have no investment? Rahm Emanuel, the mayor here, who was Barack Obama's chief of staff, seems very intent on really only focusing on gentrifying the downtown area, making it very nice and pretty so that white people can move in here and developers can move in here, and so black people cannot afford to live there. We're seeing that in other cities all over the country. In Chicago, it's very stark, very accelerated as far as the gentrification, and you could see it in the numbers. I interviewed mayoral candidate Amara Enya last night, who I didn't even know this, but Chicago's white population is increasing as its black population is decreasing. So you can see what's going on. I mean, also just logistically, you can see what's going on. I mean, YouTube is making sure that these videos don't get seen. I mean, we have 11 people watching right now. Normally, you have about 75 to 100 on this channel. So I'm not going to lie, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to be out covering the stories that matter. And, these platforms that, as of now, are the platforms that we have to use to broadcast are, making sure that videos are not seen in subscribers' feeds, making sure that subscribers who click notifications don't get those notifications. Same thing on Facebook. So, we're doing our best here, but tonight, definitely check it out. Let me show you the event page so you could go sign up for our event page. This is where we will be tonight. We've labeled it Crisis in Chicago, so it's on my Facebook page. I'll bring you there for a second. So, Chicago in Crisis, roundtable. We're going to have several activists there. So definitely go to Facebook.com/Jordan Sheridan around 7:15, 7:30 Eastern. Hopefully it's a little better as far as suppression on Facebook tonight. It's just pick the worst, pick the best of the worst. So we'll be live from a local bar here with a couple activists in a little while, just talking, because honestly, I don't think the majority of the country is aware of how bad it is right now, how dire the situation is in Chicago. It really is an emergency. And talking to one activist this afternoon, Eric Russell. I mean, he told me things. It sounds like just like a total dystopian horror film. Like, there was a police officer that shot and murdered a black person who was literally a card-carrying Ku Klux Klan member. Like, I looked it up. It's true. There are police officers here that are literally, routinely covering up murders of black men. There are also the audio is not, the police are supposed to switch on their body cameras and audio as soon as there's an incident. The police are not putting on the audio until after people are getting killed. So there's a lot of problems. A lot of things need to get out to the public. So definitely check it out on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Jordan Sheridan. We will be there tonight in about an hour, and definitely share this video now. Like I said, we're getting pretty suppressed, as you can see by the view count. So your support is definitely appreciated, and become a Patreon if you have not. Right now we're pretty close to 400. So we'd definitely appreciate you guys helping us out. There's the page, patreon.com/Jordan Sheridan Reports. Even at $5 a month, $10 a month, it really makes a difference. So Thank you for those supporting. And I will see you in a little bit on Facebook.com/Jordan Sheridan. And definitely tune in, because these are really critical issues that are not getting any media attention, and they need to be. Peace out.